Greetings to you all, dear students. Welcome to the English video lesson. We all like stories, isn't it? Yes, from our childhood days, we have been brought up with many stories told by our grandparents and parents. Today also, we are going to see one such story. Before that, I have given you a series of pictures in the screen. Can you narrate the story seeing the picture? Yes, let us start. The first picture shows that a hunter, he spreads his nest with some grains scattered on it. His aim was to catch the pigeons. The pigeons saw the grains. They flew and came to the place. They took the grains, but unfortunately, they got caught in the net. They did not know what to do. At that time, a very wise old crow came there and gave them an idea. What is that idea? To fly together with the net so they can save themselves. The pigeons accepted the idea and they started to fly together. The hunter who was hiding behind the tree, he ran to catch the pigeons, but he lost both the pigeons as well as his net. The pigeons flew together. They went to a place where there was a mouse, and the mouse helped the pigeons to cut the net into pieces, and the pigeons thanked the mouse and flew away. What do we understand from this? Unity is strength. So every story has a moral based on it. Today, we are going to see a new story from the 8th supplementary reader, and the title of the story is Crossing the River. It was written by Manoj Das. To say about the author, he is an Indian writer born in Odisha in 1934. He writes both in Odia as well as in English. He is a very famous writer. He has written many books and he has also won many awards. Some of the notable works of Manoj Das are Cyclones, A Tiger in the Twilight, Mystery of the Missing Cap, Myths, Legends, Concepts and Antiquities of India. You know what do you mean by myth? Myth is nothing but imaginary stories. Legends are traditional stories. And he has also written travelogues, his travel experience. And he has won many awards. Some of the notable awards are Saraswati Samman Award in 2000. And he has won Padma Shri Award, Sahitya Academy Fellowship Award and Padma Bhushan Award. And what is the major theme of this story? We believe in God. Every religion has its own belief. Whenever we are in any difficult situation, what do we do first? Immediately we pray to God because we believe that God will solve our problem. And the main theme of the story is also the same. The theme is everything becomes possible for the person who has faith in God. Yes, we trust, we have strong faith in God. But do we completely surrender to God? That is the content of the story. Shall we start the story? There was a Pandit who lived along with his disciples on the side of the river in an ashram. In another side of the river, there was a landlord who asked Moti, the milkmaid, to supply milk to the Pandit every day. Moti had to cross the river. A boatman helped Moti to cross the river in his ferry boat. What do you mean by ferry boat? That is a passenger boat. Every day, Moti crossed the river with the help of the ferry boat. She went to the ashram and then she delivered the milk. The Pandit was an exceptional speaker. Lot and lot of people gathered every day to hear his speech. Moti also stood among the crowd and she also heard the speech of Pandit. She was greatly impressed by his speech. So she decided in her mind, whatever trouble comes on her way, she should never fail in her duty of delivering the milk. She accepted to serve the Pandit faithfully. One day, the Pandit called Moti and informed her that he was going to start a ritual. For that, he needed milk very early in the morning. And he asked Moti whether she would be able to deliver it early in the morning. Moti readily accepted. She thought it as a chance to show her faithfulness towards the Pandit. The next day, Moti with a pot of milk, she waited for the boatman. But alas, the boatman did not turn up. So Moti again came late to the ashram. She was greatly upset. The Pandit asked her the reason. What happened, Moti? Why were you late? Moti told very sadly that as the boatman did not turn up, she was not able to come to the ashram at the correct time. The Pandit heard the reason of Moti and said very humorously, "Why do you bother about the boatman? There is a secret to cross the river." Moti was surprised and she asked the secret. The Pandit told that if she uttered the name of Vishnu, she could cross the river even without the boat. And Moti took this as a very serious matter. She happily nodded the head and she went back. From the next day onwards, Moti was very punctual in delivering the milk. She came very early in the morning, she delivered the milk and then she went back. The ritual got over. After a few days, Moti was called by the Pandit. The Pandit appreciated Moti for her punctuality and sincerity. And he also expressed his appreciation to the boatman who helped Moti to cross the river. Moti very innocently said that she did not get the help from the boatman. The Pandit was shocked and puzzled. And he asked how Moti was able to cross the river. Moti said that she uttered the name of Vishnu, she prayed to the Lord, and she crossed the river by walking on it. Can we believe it? Surely not, isn't it? The same thing, the Pandit also could not believe this. And he was greatly confused. He wanted to know whether what Moti says was true. So without her knowledge, the Pandit followed Moti. Moti came near to the river. She kept the milk pot down. She folded her hands and paid reverence to the river. She uttered the name of Vishnu, took the pot kept on her head and started to walk. The river was so deep, but she walked on the river. On seeing this, the Pandit was shocked, surprised and fainted and fell down. Really, it is a miracle, isn't it, my dear students? We also have knowledge about God. We read our holy books. We meditate on it. But do we trust and completely surrender ourselves to the Lord? The message given from this story is a person who has strong faith and who completely surrenders himself to God can make everything possible in his life. Yes, that is sure. We should dedicate ourselves. We should devote ourselves to the feet of God. Then we can also see miracles in our life. I hope you have enjoyed this story. Now, will you be able to say the story seeing the hints? I have given the clues for you in the form of hints. Shall we say the summary using the clues given? Okay. So first, the summary starts with Moti. Who was Moti? Moti was an innocent poor milkmaid. She was asked to deliver milk to the Pandit who lives on the other side of the river. Moti did the work very punctually. One day, the Pandit asked Moti to deliver the milk as early as possible because he needed it for a ritual. Moti accepted it. But because of the boatman who did not turn up, Moti was late in the first day itself. When she explained the reason to the Pandit, the Pandit very humorously said that if she uttered the name of Vishnu, she could cross the river even without the boat. It was said humorously by the Pandit. Moti took it very seriously. From the next day, she was very early in delivering the milk. The ritual got over and the Pandit was very happy. On the last day, the Pandit called Moti and appreciated her for her punctuality and sincerity. He also expressed his wishes and appreciation to the boatman who helped her. But Moti expressed that she did not get the help of the boatman. Instead, she uttered the name of Vishnu and crossed the river by walking on it. The Pandit got puzzled. He wanted to know whether it was true. So he followed Moti without her knowledge. And she uttered the name of Vishnu. She took the pot and kept it on her head and she started walking on the river. The Pandit got fainted on seeing this. So the story reveals that complete faith in God is more important than knowledge about God. We all read our holy books, we meditate, we say, I believe in God. But do we completely surrender ourselves to the God? That is the moral of the story. Are you clear, my dear students? Yes. Now shall we see the textual exercises which are given at the end of the supplementary reader? Now look at the screen. You have matched the following. Questions are on your right side and options are given in your left side. Okay. What are the questions? What are the words given in your right side? Pandit, Moti, ferry, audience and secret. Can you match the correct answer with them? See the options given. We have faithful, spellbound, passenger boat, to cross the river easily, eloquent discourse. So when you take the first question, Pandit, what was his special character? It is, he was an exceptional speaker, that is eloquent discourse. So the answer is eloquent discourse gets matched with the Pandit. Then Moti. What kind of lady Moti was? She was very innocent and faithful. We have the option faithful. So we can match faithful with Moti. Next, ferry. I told what is ferry. Ferry means, yes, it is passenger boat. So passenger boat becomes matched with the ferry. The fourth question is audience. The word audience refers to the people who gathered to hear the speech of the Pandit. And what was the reaction of the people after they heard the speech of the Pandit? They were wonderstruck. They were spellbound. So the answer is spellbound. Yes, good. The last one is secret. The Pandit told a secret to Moti, isn't it? And why did he say the secret? To cross the river easily. So the last answer is to cross the river easily. Have you found out the answer correctly? Okay. Now let us go to the next exercise. Fill in the blanks. The Pandit has many dash and dash. Who were along with the Pandit? In the first line of the story, we saw it. Yes, you are correct. They were disciples and admirers. So the Pandit has many disciples and admirers. Disciples means followers. Second, Moti was a poor dash. What was her occupation? What was the work done by Moti? Yes, Moti was a poor milkmaid. The milkmaid discharged her duties dash. How did Moti do her duty? She was very faithful in accomplishing her duty. So Moti discharged her duties faithfully. Have you written correctly? Check your answers. Moti felt it as a dash to serve the great Pandit. When she was given the work, Moti immediately accepted it, and she thought it is a privilege for her to serve the Pandit. So can you say the answer now? Yes. Moti felt it as a great privilege, an opportunity, a chance to serve the great Pandit. The Pandit was an dash speaker. What kind of man he was, and how was his speech? He was an eloquent speaker, eloquent, exceptional, extraordinary. So the answer is eloquent. The last question in fill in the blanks. Moti assured to give milk at the dawn dash. Was he or she sad in delivering the milk? Not at all. She was very happy. So what might be the answer for that? Moti assured to deliver the milk at the dawn enthusiastically. Have you written the answers correctly? Very good. Next, we have identify the speaker. We have two questions in it. A line is given from your text. You have to find out who spoke those words. The first one is, but I apply the secret. The secret was told by the Pandit, isn't it? And who applied it and who told it? Yes, it was Moti who applied the secret, and she also told to the Pandit that I apply the secret. So who was the speaker there? Very good. It was Moti. The second one, tell the boatman how pleased I am with him. Who was very happy about the boatman? It is Pandit. After the ritual got over, the Pandit was very happy that he was able to accomplish the ritual with the help of Moti, who was able to deliver the milk at the correct time with the help of the boatman. So he appreciated the boatman as well as Moti. So this line was said by the Pandit. So the first one, it was said by Moti, and the second one was said by the Pandit. Now coming to step to success, which is in your book in page number 117. We have a sentence given in it, isn't it, ma'am? And there are three options below the sentence. And we have three blanks in the sentence. You have to pick out the correct option and you have to fill in the blanks. Now, as I dash in the rain for the bus to arrive, it appeared as dash, it would not arrive dash, it took my patience. Why do we stand in the bus stop? Do we stand simply to while away our time? Certainly not. We wait for the bus in the bus stop. So surely the first option would be waited. But if you see the three options, first one is waited with the spelling W-E-I-G-H-T-E-D. Second one is wetted, W-E-T-T-E-D. Third one is W-A-I-T-E-D. Which spelling is correct? What do you mean by W-E-I-G-H-T? It refers to the mass, that is weight. The weight of the bag is 50 kg. The weight of the rice is 10 kg. And do we say this weight for waiting for a bus? Certainly not. So the answer is not correct. Second is wetted, W-E-T-T-E-D, which means moisten. So the third option, W-A-I-T-E-D, refers to waiting for something. So the answer is as I waited for the bus to arrive, W-A-I-T-E-D. It appeared as though So THOUGH. It would not arrive till it took all my patience. Usually when we wait for a long time, we lose our patience, isn't it? That was only mentioned in the sentence. Okay. Next, we are going to select the second pair and we are going to match with the first pair. So there should be some connections while we combine the first pair as well as the second pair. How to find out the similarities? An example is given in the first. Seeing that example, we are going to do the next one. First, let us take bread and yeast. What is the connection between bread and yeast? The bread becomes soft because of the yeast which is mixed with it. So without the help of the yeast, the bread cannot be made. That is the similarity between bread and yeast. Now coming to the second part, we have curd and the options given are germs, bacteria, fungus, virus. Now the milk turns into curd. And what helps the milk to turn into a curd? Is it germs? Is it bacteria, fungi or virus? Yes, bacteria. So the word which combines with curd is bacteria. Come to the second option. We have fungi and fungus. What is the similarity between the word fungi as well as the word fungus? They are singular and plural. Fungus is singular and the plural of fungus is fungi. Now, you have to find out the plural and singular for the next word which has been given. That is species. We have four options: species, specie, species, species. And what is the correct one? Species has no singular or plural formation. Both are same. So the options are species and species. Third thing, we have the word throw and the word which has been combined with that is birth. If you jumble the letters which are present in throw, T-H-R-O-W, just jumble the letters, you can get a new word worth, W-O-R-T-H. We have not added any extra letters. Similarly, you have the next word tide. If you jumble the word tide, what do we get? Yes, it is edit. The answer is edit. The last one, lion lives in forest. Similarly, otter. What do you mean by otter? It is a semi-aquatic mammal. It lives in water. So the option is water. Now, we have completely finished the story as well as the textual exercises. Now, what shall we do after this? Students, we have plenty of gifts in our hand. One of the precious gifts is time. Each and every second is precious. And do we use it in a prospective way? We see the TV shows, we play the video games, we chat unnecessarily with our friends and we waste our time. But these activities, do they do any benefit to you? Certainly not. So what can be done? We can spend the time in a prospective way by developing the habit of reading. Reading is a hobby which helps you to improve your vocabulary and enhance your knowledge. Literature is a vast field. It is an ocean. We have lot and lot to read. But in this age, you may be having a confusion what to read. So the correct books what can be selected in this age are the autobiographies and biographies. And what is a biography? Biography is the story of a person's life written by somebody else. If someone writes my life's history, it is the biography. We have lot of biographies in our literature. Let me give some examples. The biography of Churchill, Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of USA during the Second World War. he played a major part in the victory of Second World War. And we have the biography of Churchill written by Martin. Steve Jobs, the American business magnate, his biography was written by Walter Isaacson. Coming to the Indian famous people, Srinivasa Ramanujan, the great mathematician. Robert Knigal has written his biography with the title The Man Who Knew Infinity. And we have the biography of Sir C.V. Raman, the Nobel Prize winner, by Krishna Bhatt. Steve Jobs, the American business magnate, his biography was written by Walter Isaacson. Coming to the Indian famous people, Srinivasa Ramanujan, the great mathematician. Biography is the story of a person's life written by somebody else. If someone writes my life's history, it is the biography. We have a lot of biographies in our literature. And what is an autobiography? Autobiography is the story of a person's life written by himself. He himself writes his own stories. We have many famous autobiographies written by our Indian people. Some of the examples I can say. Jawaharlal Nehru writes his autobiography with the title An Autobiography. Mahatma Gandhi writes his autobiography with the title An Experiment with Truth. Bhagat Singh has written the autobiography Why I Am an Atheist. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the father of our Indian Constitution, he has written his autobiography with the title Waiting for a Visa. So dear students, you develop the habit of reading. Reading maketh the man perfect. It increases your fluency in the language. Moreover, it gives you confidence and courage. What is the benefit of reading these biographies and autobiographies? Apart from the vocabulary, apart from the knowledge, it also gives you a moral support, increases your confidence, helps you to overcome the struggles what you are going to face in your life. So I hope you will follow this from today itself. So enjoy reading. Make it as a habit. Very soon you will become addicted to it. Okay students, I hope you enjoyed the class and you understood very thoroughly. Thank you my dear students.